Well, it really is a good morning. So there have been some really big flathead. Pretty excited about that. I've got a bit of equipment to chuck at them, so this is what we're looking at today. We've got some big early in the morning. So what the plan is we're going to use these 7-inch bait junkies, rig them unweighted, so they do kind of float. And then we're also going to do the paddle tails in 1/8 because they still slowly sink. And then add a treble onto that as well. But if that doesn't work, I'm going to chuck the MMD Wide and Glide, but this is the floating variant. Normally I'm chucking around the sinking variant. These fish are in really shallow water, and yeah, I just want to have it just sit there because there is definitely something about the whole sinking speed for these big flatties. Anyway, also, fit check. Shout out to Nick for sending through this shirt here. It's really cool. Best thing about it, it's got little pockets in the arms for the chapstick, so I'll never lose it again. Haven't even looked at the moons or anything like that, so I don't know where the moon cycle is. All right, so this one is all rigged up, but it is super, tide's just turned by the way, which is perfect. Very important to make sure they swim right. And this one definitely checks out. Goodness me, look at that. Very, very much so user-friendly, this one. Let's get into it. Added my little hook on thingy here. Today, this one is the Blade and Tails by Live Fiber. Really, really nice rod. 10 to 20 pound, other rod that I'm using. Also Blade and Tails, it is a lighter version. This is the 6 to 12. And this one's running the top water jerk shad sort of lure, and that should be a good combination, I reckon. Now, I have been very lucky. This is the new drone. It is the DJI Air 3. It's got to be the loudest turtle breathe ever. Anyway, if you have been following, you would know that my other drone, which is a Mavic 3, went for a swim. The sensor underneath here, that one right there, doesn't like to register glassy water. I found that out the hard way. But anyway, everything works out for a reason, and I got a new controller with this one, which is actually much better. So this one definitely seems to fly a lot smoother. It is gorgeous. Now, I would not have been able to get a new drone without the help of you guys, that's for sure. So I'm very, very grateful for that. So let's go have a look what's been splashing around here, because I've been here for a while and there's a lot of activity going on. Wow, look how beautiful that is. These are all mullet and stingrays. And you know what? I think we might have a big flathead right there. So let's go have a little look. So what will be happening right now is these mullet will be picking up, even though I'm not very far away, they will be picking up that I'm getting pretty close. So they will eventually just slowly move over that sandbank again. See that flatty sitting in the middle there? I can tell it's a big one because the drone's up pretty high, and I can still see it pretty well. I could just literally watch these fish all day long. Well, that is our flathead right there. Not quite in casting range just yet. All right, so we're about in casting range now, so let's just give this a crack. She definitely liked that. It did catch her quite off guard too, and I wasn't really able to swing the lure down deep enough because of all the mullet. So the current's running harder than what I expect. Now this is dangerous because the fish has been able to see the lure twice now. No. No. See, that's what happens, is this. She's literally seen it more than once. You don't get the interest on the first go. It's a no-go. Now, I don't know which one's which, but we're gonna chuck a different lure this time, just to play it safe. This time I'm going with the jerk shad. Terrible cast. Current is pulling my line. I was twitching the rod, but the current caused too much slack and nothing happened. Even though I was twitching the rod. Really good cast. See that? One look. That's all it took. That fish just figured out what was going on in one look. So that's definitely the one we cast at before. They are smart. They can see the hooks. Now, for the purpose of science, I'm going to chuck on the whiting glide because this is extremely realistic looking and it will prove my point because this fish is interested in eating something. So let's chuck on the whiting glide. Big old torpedo of a thing. Oops. Loosen up this drag. See that? Wow. So that does prove my point. They are extremely intelligent. How big are we working with here? Oh, she's a giant. That's a beautiful girl. There we go, safely in the net. How lucky are we to have these things in our waterways? How beautiful is this girl? Look at that girl. Let's get a quick measure. Oh man, let's get it back. How cool was that thing? They're so beautiful. That could potentially have been my new PB because my ruler that I've got only goes to 80 and she was pretty close to 85 easily. So the other thing is there's another flathead right there. We're doing top water this time. At least with top water stuff, it doesn't sink down and tickle them and they don't really scare off quite as easy. All right, chucking on the whiting glide this time. This definitely needs to sink more because it is a bit deeper where that fish is sitting. Ooh. It's definitely interested, wow. I've never had a fish chase down a lure so much. So whiting glide, no tail, is this a thing? She's even faced upstream now that she's intrigued. Nah, she's definitely made the bed. So there's actually two flathead up here now. That could be the one that I'll caught before. Ah, ha ha ha. Maybe this is the one from before. No, definitely not. Nowhere near as big. So I think there's actually 3 flathead here. So chuck in the top, the grab. Alright, I'm hoping the... Oh yeah, there he is, buried himself right there. Hoping the current works with me here. Look how many come out. You know how many more flatties are actually there? There's another like 3, I'm pretty sure. That was a good cast. It just sent. Well, let's not record these ones because they're... You see, this is why there's so many flathead here. I think that is a combination of whiting and mullet all schooling up, and this is a very, very large school. So keep that in mind. If you're looking for flathead, look for the fish, and you will find them. Alright, I think this is prime area for snags. I want to make sure it splashes and makes a lot of commotion. Well, that's a bit of a rejection, isn't it? All right, that fish has learnt that lure. If it was feeding, it would have most certainly taken it. That's for sure. Let's see if the whiting glide with no tail is the trick. Wow, this is actually a really big fish. It didn't resist that, could it? Gotta land the drone. Oh, come here. Oh, another beautiful girl. Another beautiful girl. Oh. If she goes, tailless whiting glide. Is this actually like the secret weapon? Because I'm starting to think that it is. Tell you what, that hook got my finger. There she is. She didn't go very far at all, eh? Haha. Right, there's another big girl out over the flats here. So we're just gonna dilly-dally on over that way. This is much better ground for the Daiwa bait junkie. A little flatty friend is hanging around here somewhere too. So just trying to be careful not to let the Minn Kota prop touch the sand because they are pretty sensitive to movement. Especially the big ones, they're super smart. Okay, that was like the 10 out of 10 cast, but oops. Certainly no pursuit out of that fish. No way.
That's why it's not feeding. There's a big bull shark right there. I wouldn't even know if I didn't have the drone right there. You're kidding. They don't like, oh, you see the flathead, it's spooked? Wow. That's coming, that's right there. Well, that's my fishing spot done for. He's probably after the rays. Watch this. Unreal. I usually would be standing in the water right now, to be honest with you. No way. Off he goes. Wow, that's scary. Do I even bother fishing? I actually have two big girls. Well, they definitely didn't get disturbed, so that's a good sign. There might be a third one just up to the right a bit. Let's go for the paddle tail first. Okay, that's going to run past both of them. She's looking. Got that first one. Straight up. Oh, it's about it. It's about it. That's what happens because I'm using a light rod. That's what happens when you use light rods for big flatties. You will drop them. So I lost that fish purely because of my fault, not the lure's fault. Just because of the rod that I'm using. Too many hooks on it potentially, but... Oh golly, this is a thick one. When they're thick like that, you know they got some size to them. The drone needs to have the battery replaced, that's all good. Right, here goes nothing. She's big. Interesting how she responded though to this getting bites. She's really big. That's a big fish. See that? That's my lure. No, she's too smart. She's too smart. One cast and that's it with the big girls. Well, what a successful morning it has been. Absolutely beautiful. It's been southeasterly for so long and now we've finally got a southwesterly. So there's a change of wind. And I have a theory that may actually be what the bite has brought them on. Because other than that, I haven't been able to get them to take anything for a long time. What a ridiculously good day it is, and where else would you rather be than out on the water doing what you love? Yeah, it's very exciting. Life can be sometimes, the ups and downs. Tell you what, about 2 weeks ago, I would not have thought that I would be doing this. Did you know that if you have a leaky boat like I do, you can use a yabby pump to take out the water? Imagine what people see This guy is pumping yabbies in the back of his boat. You know what? They always call geniuses crazy in their time. I don't know about the genius, but definitely the crazy part. All right, so what the plan we have is a little drain, but the same thing again. We've got fish that school up here, and there's predators trying to eat them.
Well, it looks like you've made it to the end of the video. Let's have a look back to see if you've noticed any of these little details. Did you notice that there was actually some tailor hiding in with the mullet? Did you also see that there were 7 flathead hiding in this shot? Did anyone else notice the flathead that was chasing the bull shark? He definitely deserves an award.
Make sure you like and subscribe. I'll help you out. It's right here. Make sure you hit that.